Welcome back, everybody. The Grand Tactician, Civil War. Grandpa Gaming is episode 25 of our Rebel. It's our 61 campaign using the a.o.m mod. So, as you can see, we haven't really shifted the map much since last episode, because we fought two battles in the same region last episode, and that was the battles of Petersburg and Richmond. First seeing off the Army of New England, which had snuck into Petersburg, then seeing off 1st Corps Army of Potomac, which had snuck into Richmond behind us. Army of Shenandoah is not done yet. I have given them orders to immediately move against the Army of New England and try to get them kicked off the peninsula out here. So, if they fight us, looks like we're fighting a peninsula campaign, but I think we should be able to force them off without a fight. They're down to 9,000 men. They still have 50 guns, though. They got a lot of artillery in that force. And on top of that, we also have 1st Corps Army of the James moving against Manassas. So it looks like they're trying to send support, but they got to get past the Army of Potomac, and we know that's just not going to happen. The 2nd Corps Army of Potomac is still sitting out here in Western Virginia doing absolutely nothing. Even though I've kind of ceded the area to them, they have just not moved against Charleston to bring it over to their control. Things along Tennessee, Kentucky front, kind of quiet right now. Nothing's moving. And the traveling harem is moving on the Army of Southwest Missouri, which also has a corps from the Army of Cumberland with it now. So like I said, there's good possibility there's 4 corps in the area now. So they may or may not fight us. I'm not sure what their supply situation looks like. They are trading, but I don't know what their morale is. Army of Southwest Missouri, 78,000 men alone. Army of Cumberland, 3rd Corps is another 20,000 on top of that. There's 98,000 Federals in the area. Possibly. This may be more than my personal corps can handle. We have begun the siege of Fort Kearny. That is ongoing. And this one had just started, and this may take a while because of the size of the forces that the Federals have in there. They got an infantry battalion plus a full infantry regiment and a cavalry battalion on top of the garrison. So, pretty big force in there. And Pike's Indian Army has secured Milwaukee. Everything in the area has flipped over to our control. And the Army of Mississippi is in Chicago, and I believe I'm going to hold them here for winter. I'm going to hold the line here for the winter. So, I can probably drive this campaign to a conclusion very quickly if I don't stop for right now. It'll be one of my fastest rebel campaigns ever. So, I do believe that covers everything for right now. Oh, and the fleet, which is just not been helpful to us at all. How much longer on those ironclads? Those are still only 43% complete, so I don't know if we're going to have them this campaign. And the Brits are still sitting up on the border doing absolutely jack and squat. That force says British control, but the Union's exerting some control there. Even though these forts are still British controlled, how are the Union exerting control over here? That does not compute in my head. Interesting. Kind of interesting. Okay. I mean, the U.S. forces, there's no U.S. forces over the Canadian border, but they're exerting control there. It's kind of interesting. It is what it is. Vagaries of this game sometimes. Alright, I do believe that covers everything, so, looks like I'll be back with an engagement over here at Manassas or an engagement over here in Missouri, Iowa region. Alright, we do have our next engagement here at Manassas with the 1st Corps Army of the James and 3rd Corps Army of Potomac, bringing 35,534 men, 2,670 cavalry, 99 guns, under overall command of Philip Kearny. who is commander of the 3rd Corps Army of the Potomac. Once again, going up against our Army of the Potomac, which I never changed the name of, so we have 28,772 infantry, 2,572 cavalry, and 129 guns. And I'm kind of expecting this battle to go the way it always does, unless Kearney has heavily improved himself. But he's still showing some low experience levels here. We have engaged him before, but I think only once, so he hasn't really gotten leveled up, so to say. So let's jump in here and show him the error of his ways. Welcome, my grunts, to the 12th Battle of Manassas Junction. So once again, we're on the defensive. We are defending the road to the McLean house over here. You can see I already got my forces set up. We have Hampton Legion on the left, 10th Brigade to their right, Johnson's division in the center, Mountain right of him, and Ruggles to the right of him, supported by the Washington Artillery covering down on this road, and Virginia Artillery Reserve coming out in this direction. Probably should shift some of the guns over here, but I don't think we're possibly going to need them. I should, though. Let me shift 2 batteries out this way. I really don't have a good field of fire over there anyway. Yeah, you're fine. And Lee's Cavalry Reserve once again. So, it's 0600 of August 9th. We did start the forces and that up at midnight, though we are starting at 0600, so no overnight fight this time. So, I'm already set up, so we just gotta wait once again for the Federals to show up and, march over the bones of their fallen brothers they have left on the field so many times before. Alright, we do have first sighting on Federal forces. That's cavalry coming right down the road here. There is only the 1 Corps Federals on the field right now. I did not check that at the start of the fight. The other Corps is not going to be here till about noon. So right now it's just the 1st Corps Army of James, which is basically made up the Pennsylvania Reserves in its entirety. So they are not bringing very many men, and they're just kind of moving forward right now. So it's actually a small enough force where Ruggles' division might be able to handle it on its own, especially when they're attacking. So I'm hoping they do set up for an attack proper and not ride straight at us. They are under command of Greg. And he does not have very good stats at all. He needs to wait for Kearney to show up. Yeah, he needs to wait for Kearney to show up. That's not going to happen. So they're only firing from 1 battery right now. That is the Alexandria Artillery, which is down to 2 guns. So it's kind of just looking at all of my my line batteries for the divisions. They're all down to basically 2 or 3 guns. I'm thinking I may have to start disbanding them. Even the Washington Artillery Battalion is down to 26 guns between the 5 batteries. Where's commander of this artillery? And this big line of guns is down to 83. So I may start disbanding the batteries in the line divisions and siphoning off batteries from the Virginia Reserve. That's a possibility. Just thinking about it. I know you boys can see us. He's still riding at us, but the Corps Commander's probably all the way back here, issuing the orders. So I did actually have Ruggles' division set up back here on the stream bed, but I didn't like, their kind of reverse slope from this and really messed with their range. So I decided to move them forward onto the hillside. Should be in range of the Virginia Artillery here in a second, or the Washington Artillery. Washington Artillery is now starting to open up. 6th, 5th, and 1st Pennsylvania. Just all the way back to Centerville, so I'm not holding high hopes for this fight. And if anybody's wondering what today's battle brew is, it is Fighting 69th whiskey. That behind you boys, 3rd Pennsylvania. Boys going to stop waiting for everybody else, or are you just going to push in? Looks like they might just push in. Lee, we're going to bring your cavalry out over this way. Don't go that way. You're going to ride right in front of their lines. Come this way. I'm going to send their line over this way. Just in case they decide to, hey, we can try and ride around. So they tend to go up in this direction instead of down towards the edge of the map. If they're going to stop and wait for a second. Guess not. Yep, 1st Pennsylvania Reserve Brigade. It would have been nice if they waited for the 3rd Army of the Potomac to show up. This may have been an interesting fight at that point.
I'm starving. Anybody got any extra rations?
I haven't heard my batteries fire in a second here. What the hell's going on?
Easy, girl, easy. Shell! 562! Anytime now, man. Right in the right.
I don't feel bad for the cavalrymen. I feel bad for the horses. What they're doing right now is ridiculous. Go see them off, boys. Nice and easy. We got here, 2nd Pennsylvania, Philadelphia Brigade. Regiments out. What they do. This is a nice bit of canister. Alright, boys, just hang on for the infantry, which are going to start coming down the road and throwing themselves at you. We got my here, Philadelphia, 3rd Pennsylvania. More cavalry. There's that 4th Regiment. I'm going to maybe halt the infantry and set up proper. All the forces are up here now, so Corps Commander should be close by to issue directives properly. Like I said, it's Greg. I'm not really holding out hope here. Still pushing forward. So march past them. Generic 5th Brigade, probably fairly new, looks pretty large. It's like a parade coming at us. We're just stopping its tracks. Still on its way, alright. They're just massed up here, not getting to a firing line. Off. Pennsylvania coming in now. There's all their batteries.
Save your water.
Actually, cavalry. I'm going to have you swing out here. I'm going to send you after those batteries. That artillery park's base is going to be unguarded. Keep marching to the crossfire, boys. artillery. I don't think so. Alright, boys, keep pushing it. Let's shut this down. Business is closed for the day. Look at this mess over here. Greg, you are a massive fool. Of course, just get stuck. Got stuck. There we go. There they go. Rip the Pennsylvania boys to shreds. This wasn't a battle, this was a massacre. Oh, that's it. We did a lot more damage than that. Oh well. Took down 1,800, they're 8,500 infantry, 700 or 2,300 cavalry, got all 25 of their guns, total us 2,800 of their 11,000 men. Well, 406 for 28,767 infantry, 146 for 2,569 cavalry, 0 of our guns, total loss of 552 for 33,085 men. Alright, no viewer units on the field this time, so just take a look to see if we got any of the commanders. We didn't lose anybody wounded. Not that I saw. Nope. Wounded Colonel Rush. Major Armstrong, Major Carlisle. Lieutenant Colonel Nagley, Lieutenant Colonel Cross, and Major Cobb. 6 officers. Basically battery commanders. Which kind of sucks. Battery commanders always take the brunt of it when it comes to wounded and killed in action. I'll get closed out of here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Glorious victory at the 12th Battle of Manassas Junction. And they blamed it on poor old Colonel Rush, who we did wound. Poor bastard. Alright, 12th Battle of Manassas Junction is ending. With the enemy reported suffering total casualties 2,780 men. There were 385 killed, 971 captured. Our casualties totaled 552 men with 90 killed, 68 missing, and the rest wounded. We captured 1,300 rifles and 9 guns from the field and sent 966 men off to our prison camps. Alright, where the hell is that other corps? Oh, all the way back here. They weren't even advancing. They were just in reinforcement range. They're plussing up to 30,000 men. Let's get that rolled off. Where First Corps is going to retreat to. We're probably going to have to chase them down. May have a fight against the Army New England, may not. Everybody's kind of in camp right now because it's early morning, so I'll be back with the next incident. Alright, I was dead wrong on where our next engagement was going to be. Still August 9th, so I'm going to consider this a continuation of 12th Manassas. But we now have the 2nd Corps Army to James and the 3rd Corps Army to Potomac. Once again, 3rd Corps is not actually advancing. They're encamped, so they're not going to be joining them anytime soon. But it is overnight right now, so they might show up in the morning. So we have 2nd Corps Army James with 23,472 infantry, 98 guns. 3rd Corps Army Potomac with 28,458 men and 73 guns, giving them a total of 42,414 infantry if both corps are on the field. A little bit of a scary number. 7,145 cavalry and 171 guns. I actually think it's going to be the first time where they're attacking us with more than 2-to-1 odds in infantry and cavalry. So if both corps are on the field, this could get a little hot. We may actually have an issue, but Kearney's on the field, and like I said, we don't know if he's actually going to show up because he's 3rd Corps commander back here. Let's jump in and, oh yeah, he's 15 hours away. 20, he may or may not be there in the morning. We'll see. Welcome, my grunts, to day 2 of the Battle of 12th Manassas. Like I said, I'm considering this battle the continuation of the previous battles. It's happening later on the same day. Earlier, it was August 9th, so I'm continuing this. I'm, like I said, considering this a continuation, and we're about to go into an overnight reset, so this will be day 2. So both corps are not on the field. Once again, it's just the 1 corps on the field. It's the 2nd Corps Army to James. 3rd Corps Army Potomac will be arriving in 6 hours. It is a little after 8 p.m. now. Day's going to end at 9, so he will be here on the overnight. So I've set the divisions up with the Hampton Legion overwatch in Sudley Springs. The Demi Brigade is going to overwatch Poplar Ford over here. I have Johnson's division is going to overwatch Farm Ford and Stonebridge. Ruggles is going to overwatch Lewis Ford and Bowles Ford, and I'm going to have Mountains Division overwatch Island Ford. And the cavalry's going to set up down here along these roads. There's multiple approach paths for the Federals, so I'm trying to cover all the possibilities. It's going to leave me fairly spread out, but if they attack like they did last time, I'm not overly worried about it, as we can choke point them in any of these areas. So I'm not big on the choke pointing, trying to give the Federals a little bit more of an advantage, but when you do have a numbers disadvantage that we have for this fight, it's better to err on the side of caution, I do believe. So, yeah, unit play, get the rest of these forces moving into the positions I want them in. I'll come back in once we have contact with the Federals, probably at the start of the morning. Alright, it's now 7 a.m. and we do have Federals along most of our fronts here. We have a cavalry approaching Poplar Ford. We have some infantry. Looks like they're bypassing Farm Ford and Stonebridge, probably because of the brigades that are setting on it, and for Lewis's Ford. And I'll be honest, the Federals are kind of spread out all over the place. Their soldiers are... there's dust trails all over the map, so it's hard to tell where they're trying to amass their forces, if they are trying to amass, trying to find several different locations to cross at. So the morale is pretty bad. They're at 36.9 to our 54, and they did take 400 men in overnight attrition to our 3. So they are pretty poorly off. Looks like cavalry here is going to be the first ones to take some fire from the Demi Brigade. And they're all light infantry, so they have to lay down to a level up. Got a lot of cavalry coming down here. Keep riding forward, boys. And this brigade's backed up by the Virginia artillery, so not the Virginia artillery, the Washington artillery. So I got no fears of them not being able to hold. If we don't see any Federals up this way, I will call down the Hampton Legion to support. First New York got seen off pretty quickly. Cavalry's stopping at the ford. Looks like they might be smart and actually just stopping there and going back across. The infantry, which was approaching Lewis Ford, is now backing off, so it looks like they are maybe heading for Poplar Ford. Guess having Kearney on the field is making a difference. So not doing anything as crazy as usual. Not seeing any dust. Yep, there's a dust trail there. Lord knows where they're going. It looks like it's going to be a few minutes still before we have. We're going to try and push again. Looks like they might be. Or are they all stuck at the ford? I think they're stuck at the ford. We'll just let the artillery have their way with them. No, not even any point in putting bombard order as they're in direct line of sight, so they can just fire straight at them. The infantry doesn't know where to go. Check the names. These are generics. Yeah, these boys are definitely just kind of stuck here. It looks like it'll be a few minutes yet, so I'll be back. Alright, it's now 8 a.m. and that infantry we were watching move. They are sending everybody down here to Poplar Ford. So, I don't think we need the Hampton Legion up here, hopefully. So I'm going to start moving them down to line up behind the Demi Brigade, which is laying down. Really hope I'm not going to need these boys up there. Counter battery orders. Got Beauregard on his way here, so hopefully I'll shorten the order directives. I do have the Martian artillery limbered up right now, as I gave them bombardment orders from Beauregard and misclicked and ended up being on top of them. So I had them limber up to keep them from firing, so I'm waiting for the fresh orders to get to them before I limber them again. Looks like a bunch of these units are just stuck at the ford. All Second Corps. This is New York. All New Yorkers. Get those fresh orders, get unlimbered. Here they come again. By mass batteries, see off their mass batteries very quickly. They don't have good morale, it looks like. Why are you not firing? They're in range. There we go. They tried shoving the entire corps into this area. And who we got here? 1st Maryland Regiment. 3rd Corps. I don't see any dust trails behind them, so I think they're out here by themselves. Yeah, the rest of the corps is still back here. Good luck, boys. boys, before the other corps even gets into action. Try again or pull away. Now this core is finished. Got it down to 29. They're going to break soon. North Carolina's in position. I'm just going to push them out onto the headland and shove these boys away. I don't even have to. Alright, boys, start clearing this headland from me. This one Maryland regiment here, looking for a good crossing, I'm assuming. This should break the attack right here once I clear this headland off. Should have held off on these advance orders. those batteries. Little glitch of men over here, probably from this stack. Get out there, boys. A little worried about advancement because there's a little blob of sprites right there. All your guns. That's it. That withdrawal order should be going out soon. They're down to 26 morale. Still haven't seen that other core. Are these guys going to glitch? I hope they don't glitch across the river. That'd be annoying. Here's the other core. Let's hold this advance. Bring everybody back. try to cross also. These new shore brigades up this way. I don't see any more dust trails back there. I'm surprised I missed their dust trail. Yep, there's a dust trail up there. Don't do that. I'll get that order going. Gotta wait for it to complete. Get off that headland, please. You boys managed to level up? Yes, you did. For all the battles these units have fought, and they really have not leveled. Right there. Look, they're chasing us. Looks like they think we're running. Got a lot of guns showing up. Let's place these boys back on counter. You're firing from back here with no guns. Okay. I have no idea what they're planning right now. Looks like he wants to push forward. He doesn't want to push forward. I sure as hell wouldn't push forward into this. Yeah, they're heading up to Sudley. First set of orders. Another infantry brigade there. Purnell Legion. So there's at least a division over here somewhere. So I'm going to cheat here and order them one at a time. Our cavalry's moving out the doubles there now. We should be able to win the race. Looks like just that one division of cavalry heading up there. Or a brigade of cavalry. Alright, am I pushing back onto this headland? I think I might be. Doing is getting a little annoyed. They don't even know what they want to do. It looks like nothing's going to be happening for a little bit here, so I'll be back. Alright, that Federal Cavalry did manage to get behind us, and we are now meeting them on the road heading up towards Henry House Hill. They are not in good shape at all. So it'll be nothing to see them off. One volley should be all it takes. Go get them. Up by my artillery, but I did start ordering infantry back over there. Run away, boys, run away. Alright, engage the 7th. It's just one cavalry brigade, it looks like they sent. Now cavalry's running. It was a smart move on their part, but they just didn't, get around me. We have started arming the cavalry with Jocelyn's over to Frank Weston, so they do have that better range now. Good job, 2nd. Looks like they're trying to cross here, which they can't do. Coke, let's turn you and start engaging these boys at the river. cavalry's finished. Alright, start for all the marching boys. Back in position. Let's double time you boys. Down by the river, we took a little walk. Be honest, turned into a very boring battle. They had the right idea, but bad execution. I'm gonna let these guys get shot at by our sharpshooters. Hopefully this breaks them soon. Up here comes somebody else down the road towards the stone bridge here. Who's that? First Division, 3rd Corps, 700 Man Brigade. Don't focus on that cavalry. Focus on the infantry, please. And you're going down the road. I just pulled the brigade off of. Crap. Halt. Looks like it'll be a few minutes more before these guys arrive there. This is... little fire match is going to end here soon. Just want to issue the halt orders. Halt, damn it, halt. right here. Yell at them to halt. What the hell's going on here? There we go. Alright, back in position. Alright. We know they're coming down the road. Be a few minutes yet, so I'll be back. It's now 11:30 and the Federals are making another push down here at Poplar Ford, or up here at Poplar Ford. They're bringing fresh forces into play. Once again, they're attacking in one-off route, so it's just not going very well for them. Is that it? No, still got guys crossing the ford down here. The way the Federals are going about this is just very annoying. They were sending more cavalry up towards Sudley Spring, but they halted them on the way. So I guess they noticed all the... Why are you guys standing up? I guess they noticed all the cavalry got up there now, so they just decided to not go that way anymore. What are you boys playing at? Can't cross over here. I'm getting a lot of these withdrawals. I think it's all those batteries that we broke earlier. Yeah. So they have not issued withdrawal orders themselves yet. The morale's still sitting at 26. We've got to drop a little bit more. Be nice if all these withdrawals would actually affect that. There's nothing down this way. Alright, Holmes, we're going to shift you up here to help out. The bombardment back there already stopped. Looks like we stopped. Yeah, it's just a matter of just waiting for these guys to come forward one at a time and break themselves. It looks like it's going to be a little bit yet. They're massed up here nicely. It's just they're not sending everybody across. Be a nice little massacre if they did, but gotta wait a little bit more. Alright, it's now 12:18. It looks like they're making an attempt at the stone bridge here, though. I'm not sure if it's really an attempt to cross the bridge or try to get over here and support this attack over here. I'm really not sure what's going on. What the hell's up with that? What the hell? That works. Let's try and quickly see these boys off over here. Hopefully this will just right up the camel back, breaking these three brigades. These brigades, yeah, so they're trying to get over there to support that attack over there. just looks like everybody's just kind of glitched out over here and hanging out. So, once we're finished with the bridge over here, which looks like it won't take too long, I'm going to push back out onto that headland and just get rid of these Federals, because this has just gotten annoying at this point. Yeah, they're already busted. A lot of casualties behind, too. Yeah, we're done playing. Let's go, boys. Playtime is over. Time to see our friends away and come home for supper. Yes, you know, Street Brigade just dropped them quite a bit up here, so a little bit of a push and we'll be done. I probably should have done this already, but it's trying to give the Federals a chance. That's my biggest problem with this fight so far. They had the right idea. They just weren't able to put the attack together. It's just poor execution. Then they attacked me at one of my strongest points too, so that was never a good idea to begin with. Shame we're not going to be able to get up to a major victory like we did in the last fight, but there's too many of them for that. Somebody's divisional staff just took a nice hit. How's that detachment taking no damage? These guys don't even have any guns, but they're showing a firing animation. Ugh. Why have they not issued that withdrawal yet is beyond me. Not worry about this brigade, they're about to break anyway. There it is. 6 minutes. We're not going to get the major out of this. Got close. Got 13% of them. Clear out those batteries, give me some of those guns. Very, very, very boring fight. I'm so disappointed. Because it looked good at the start. It looked like this was going to be a good one. And it just fell apart. But once again, this goes to having two separate corps with two separate commands on the field without having an army, without actually having an army general on the field. This is what happens. The corps don't coordinate properly. Alright, took down 5,000 of their 46,000 infantry, 2,000 of their 8,000 cavalry, 95 of their 200 guns, total loss of 8,000 of their 56,000 men. We lost 600 of our 28,409 infantry, 19 of our 2,444 cavalry, 3 of our 129 guns, total loss of 641 of our 32,602 men. 14-1 on the casualties. I'll take that. Alright, we didn't lose anybody wounded. We're going to check and see if we got any of theirs. Wounded Colonel Vander, 1st Maryland Cavalry. So it's a separate. Brigadier General Prentice, 3rd Division Commander. Wounded Brigadier General Davis, Commander 2nd New York Cavalry Brigade. Wounded Colonel Van Allen, 3rd New York Cavalry. General Howard, Commander U.S. Regulars Brigade. Wounded J.F. Reynolds, commander of, I think, a Rhode Island regiment. Rhode Island Artillery, wounded their battery commander. That's 5 officers, not too bad. Like I said, the federal commander had the right idea. It's just a very, very bad execution of it. Because this could have been a really good fight. It is what it is. I'll see you all in the newspaper screen. Victory at Manassas Junction. This is, like I said, I'm still considering this the 12th Battle of Manassas because it's actually happening on the same day. So once again, it's 3rd Corps fleeing back, and it looks like a general actually took the blame this time. Alright, Yemen's report suffered total casualties of 7,794 men. There are 1,549 killed and 1,476 captured. Our casualties total 641 men, 117 killed, 105 missing, and the rest were wounded. Captured 2,931 rifles and 27 guns from the field, and sent 1,348 soldiers off to our prison camps. So we got to combine this one and the last battle, which I did not write the numbers down for, to get the totals for the battle altogether. Alright, so I'm considering that the same battle, so I'm not going to cut the episode here. Like I said, at least 2 battles per episode. Might have another one down here with the Army of New England. And we're slowly advancing against the Army of Southwest Missouri back here. Not really advancing fast enough and killing our supplies quickly. They should have even less supplies than us, hopefully. So I'll be back. Alright, it's now August 11th, and it's 10 p.m., and we did come into contact 3rd Corps, Army of Cumberland, and Army Southwest Missouri headquarters, and they are falling back in the face of us. Looks like the entire Army is concentrated around the town of Bloomfield. So I'm moving in trying to force an engagement. If not force an engagement, at least get them the hell out of Missouri and then force them out of Iowa. I do have Pike's Indian Army on its way down to Davenport right now so that they can get there and resupply. I was hoping to have them in Des Moines to block the rear of the federal forces, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. We just don't have this. There's no supply here. They got to stop and resupply, which means building a depot. So I'm going to keep chasing them, try to force this engagement. So we need to knock them out. We finally chased the Army of New England away. So we can move Army of Shenandoah back up to Winchester. I'm surprised the Federals did not move on Winchester while we were away. I'm very surprised by that. Of course, Rich Jackson. Once again, still working on this fresh trunk line, trying to get it out of Union-controlled territory. Doesn't look like that connection made it to Charlotte. Let's see if building this here makes this connection work. I do not want the trunk line running through there. See if they'll actually engage us. I'm doubtful. I'm very doubtful. They're 100% supply now, so I'm guessing they abandoned a bunch of supply on the retreat. Yeah, I'm going to halt this core at Bloomfield, get its writing this back up, and that is not going to be a good thing. Let's see if they will engage us, though. And they will fight us. Perfect. Not as many men as I was hoping. There's one corps missing, the first corps. So they're probably north of us somewhere. But we do have the second and third corps. The army commander was still running north of Bannon. He's up here now outside of Des Moines. He is moving fast. Totally abandoning his troops. So, 2nd Corps, Army Southwest Missouri, 25,017 men, 79 guns. 3rd Corps, 33,546 and 79 guns, equaling 54,231 infantry, 2,012 cavalry, and 158 guns. That's a lot of artillery. We're coming in with 21,994 infantry, 2,800 cavalry, and 37 guns. Like I said, I don't expect this to be a very hard fight. So, morale is not good for these forces. How is Bull looking? I know we fought him before, but I don't think he was a good commander. I don't think he has the experience levels yet, but we'll see. Welcome, my grunts. The Battle of Bloomfield, Iowa. We are on the Cottington map and on the attack. We are attacking up here at Little Calf Hill, or just below it, by the Claypool Farmhouse. So this is not a big map, and there's going to be a lot of forces on this map. So, my plan of attack is actually come up to Cottington, come down here, and cross here at the creek on Big Bison, over here by Big Bison Creek, and attack up this road this way. So Federals are entering here and here, so I expect them to be massed in this area. So I thought about attacking across the open plain here and sweeping across, but I'm thinking attacking here where these heights are will allow me to get my artillery into a position where they can fire down on the enemy, but it's really not too good a position. It's just these open plains. You're open artillery fire the whole way, so I want to attack across this way, but there's no good place for the artillery. You know what? I'm going to get my cavalry out there, see what everything looks like, and then make a decision. So I'm going to get my troops moving to Cottington, then I'll make a plan of attack from there. I'd prefer to attack from this direction because of the heights, but they're really not going to give us much cover. And going up Bison Mountain, there's a cliff right here. We're not going to be able to come back down off of. It's very wooded. Yeah, I think I may end up attacking this way. Yeah, honestly, actually, yeah, I'll probably attack across the open plain here and just sweep across. It's probably the better option. But, get my cavalry out there, take a look at their lines, and we'll see what's up. It's now 11:15 in the morning, and we have sighted the federal lines, or at least a portion of the 2nd Corps. Over here by Little Calf Trail, I have ordered my cavalry, which I sent over here to the plain, to cross the river now along the railroad line and see how far to the northeast the federal lines extend. So I'm kind of hoping they end over here, not all the way over here, because I do want to get my troops lined up to it. If they're lined up like this, I want to attack straight down their flanks from Little Hollow Hill over here. So I want to try and get set up for that and still kind of midday. Forces are still moving into position. It's going to be a little bit for that, so it's probably going to be a mid to late day attack once I figure out where their lines are going to be. But we're definitely attacking from over this way and straight down the line, sweeping across. A little bit different angle of attack than I planned on initially, but to set up in a northeasterly direction, we're going to have to swing around up that high to get them. So a little update there. I'll be back. Alright, it's now going on 2 in the afternoon, and while I have my cavalry out scouting, I really thought the Federals were going to be back out here. I wasn't able to find them. Did come across them back here, so the 2 corps were actually lined up one behind the other. I did manage to get my cavalry stopped in time, once sighting them. What I'm going to do now is, they still have the charge perk stuck on, so I'm getting that turned off right now. I'm going to dismount them, get them in loose order, and start fighting back here against the 2nd Corps. Or actually, this is the 3rd Corps. 2nd Corps is forward up here. So I'd started moving some of my infantry. Greg's division is in place right here. I'm going to get them to single line. They got 2nd Corps turning to face them. So I'm going to set up Greg's division and Pemberton's artillery and Drayton's division to fight them down there, while Rain's division is going to move up the road, continue up the road to support the cavalry against this other corps back here. So, hoping to lock down both corps at the same time. Their morale is not good at all. Well, it's gotten better since the day started. And because it was down in the 30s, it's now up to 40. It still shouldn't be too hard to break. But as you can see, the 2nd Corps is turning to face us. So, it's still going to be a little time to get this all set up. But it looks like we'll be initiating this attack with scouts in, please. The cavalry, and maybe their forces will come out and attack us. Still waiting on that order. Basically, everybody's almost across the river, so forces are tightening up, orders go out faster. Do an en-echelon attack here with the cavalry. Looks like Millen's 2nd Georgia Cavalry is going to be getting this kicked off. I just gave you orders to advance and attack. Do it, damn it. Or else it's going to be stacking right up behind you. Alright, boys, let's move at the double. They are coming our way. Let's get our guns over here on the flank. We don't have the Jocelyn's yet for these units. Yeah, it doesn't look like they want to play with my cavalry.
Wide in the right. Wide in the right.
Hamilton, get those guns moved at double, please. Good job, boys. Alright, get up on that creek bed. Just in case they want to come out and play with us. It looks like they would come down the road to meet us, but it looks like they're just shifting their positions for now. So New York Copperhead's getting first blood from the infantry. They're right in front of us. How the hell we lose sight of them? Lying down in an open plain right in front of us. What the? Okay, we'll let that play out for now. I know I gave you orders to get up on the damn stream bed. Get up on the damn stream bed. Alright, we're going to push Greg forward. Are they going to be sending brigades down the road one at a time to come get us? That'd make me a very happy man if they did something like that. Yeah, got a new Rains division up here. But they're moving. They'll be there soon. They're U.S. regiment, 150 men. I don't know what they're doing with them. As soon as we see off this infantry, we're going to push our line forward to where the firing arcs are right now. There's a little bit of a straighter line against the federal forces over here. And that's right, the 1861s have a little bit of a better range than we do. like the visions got a little mixed up. Drayton should have been in position long before Reigns was passing him by. What the hell's going on over here? Bills, butchers, what are you doing? What the hell? Get out there and support them. Porno's wounded. Really? Okay. What the hell is going on with this unit? Attack is not going off how I envisioned it, but oh well. Wildcat Brigade, I need you over here. I know there's a federal over here. There's a federal brigade over here somewhere. Let's go find it. Oh, get a little closer, boys. Here's your target, Wildcats. Georgia, you hold in place. And there goes Butchers again. Yes, they stacked up right there a little bit longer. Damn, they're pushing hard up here against the cavalry. Two brigades cleared out so I can push through the Jansiga. Come on, Wildcats, get rid of them. Our cavalry's busted. White Lightning, send the line over. Get ready to push through. advance orders, start swinging out and around. Oh, we were breaking them. Taking a lot more casualties than I would like, but it's numerical superior force is kind of what I was expecting. Get ready to push these divisions forward. Ellie, at the double, please. Get your men in position. I'm still kind of pissed at you from last fight. Alcorn's wounded. Cavalry commander. Poor cavalry took a beating on this one. Boys are fleeing. Here they go. 5 minutes on the shot clock for the retreat. I was hoping to do a lot more damage than we did, to be honest with you. We did not do a lot of damage. We got all these brigades back here who did not fight. extend that brigade, please. So there's 2 officers wounded, Forno, battery commander, and now Corn Cavalry Division commander. Now catching up to those boys. Now, that's it, we're out of time. Got a really short withdrawal clock on that one. A little bloodier for us than I expected it to be, but my attack didn't go off as I initially planned it. I just kind of rushed into it. So, higher casualties than we should have taken, especially among the cavalry. We lost 1,014 of our 21,983 infantry, 520 of our 2,801 cavalry. That's a pretty big hit. 0 of our guns, total loss of 1,547 of our 25,262 men. Took down 3,800 of their 50,000 infantry, 450 or 1,900 cavalry, 100 of their 150 guns. They threw all their guns up at us. Total was 4,600 of their 54,000 men. So not, it's a hit, but still leaves someone around just under 50,000 men. And one of the corps was, there's 2 corps that were not on the field. So we're paring them down a little bit, just a little bit. Alright, combat reports. Alcorn's Cavalry Division, 2nd Georgia Cavalry Brigade, did 378 to infantry, 92 to cavalry for a total of 470. Bill's Butchers, I don't know what the hell was going on with that unit. I have no idea what's going on with that unit. Bill's Butchers have pissed me off almost every battle so far, and I'm probably going to end up I think I'm going to end up transferring them out to another command. I think I'm done with this this brigade and this command. And Harewood Horse did 329 to infantry, 1 to cav, 40 artillery patrol, 370. Division total of 844. Greg's division. Emu Brigade did 653 to infantry, 37 to cavalry, 32 to artillery for a total of 722. Tiefling Infantry did 127 to infantry, 27 to cav, for a total of 154. New York Copperheads did 374 to infantry, 272 to cavalry, 111 to artillery for a total of 767. Swedish Chefs did 22 to infantry, 24 to cavalry, 3 to artillery for a total of 49. Division total 1,692. Range Division. Wildcat Brigade did 549 to infantry, 10 to artillery for a total of 559. White Lightning Brigade did 452 to infantry, 7 to cavalry, 57 to artillery for a total of 516. Janziga Legion did 17 to infantry, 99 to artillery patrol, 116. And Robertson's Battery did 49 to infantry, 2 to cavalry, 8 to artillery patrol, 59. Division total 1,250. Drayton's Division. Steubenschützen did 49 to 1 to infantry. Empire Rebels did 46 to infantry. Georgia Regulars did not get into the fighting. They were actually going to be the main thrust on the final push, but we didn't get to do that final push. So hopefully the next few battles I can get them in a little bit more. Butler's Battery did 29 to infantry. Division total 566. Pemberton's Artillery. Missouri Fire Breathers did 24 to infantry, 2 to cavalry, 10 to artillery for total 36. Jeremy's Crazy X did 10 to infantry, 5 to artillery for total 15. The Boomstick Battery did 18 to infantry, 8 to artillery for total 26. Scott's Battery did 27 to infantry, 20 to artillery for total 47. Oddball's Battery did 36 to infantry, 10 to artillery total 46. Division total 170. All right, strength reports. 2nd Georgia Cavalry lost 39 killed, 122 wounded, 32 missing for a total of 193. Aggregate is 710. Bill's Butchers lost 29 dead, 124 wounded, 22 missing for a total of 175. Aggregate is 762, 19% losses. Harewood Horse lost 25 men, 102 wounded, 25 missing, total 152, aggregate of 809, 60% loss. Greg's Division, Emu Brigade, 35 killed, 173 wounded, 41 missing for a total of 249, aggregate of 2,072, 11% losses. Tiefling Infantry, 1 dead, 11 wounded, total of 12, aggregate of 2,336, 1% loss. New York Copperhead, 72 killed, 155 wounded, 35 missing, total 262. Aggregate strength 2,342, 10% loss. Swedish Chefs, 1 dead, 5 wounded, total of 6. Aggregate 51, 11% loss. 7% loss for the division. Marines Division, Wildcat Brigade, 41 killed, 192 wounded, 30 missing, for total 263. Aggregate of 1,856, 12% loss. White Lightning Brigade, 17 killed, 56 wounded, 8 missing, total of 81. Aggregate of 2,438, 3% loss. Janzika Legion, 16 dead, 4 wounded, 7 missing, total 27. Aggregate of 2,490, 1% loss. Robertson's Battery, 1 dead, 3 wounded, 1 missing, total of 5. Aggregate of 56, 8% loss. 5% loss for the division. Drayton's Division, Steuben shoots in, 3 dead, 25 wounded, 6 missing, for total 34. 2,341, 1% loss. Empire Rebels, 8 dead, 69 wounded, 9 missing, for a total of 86. Aggregate 2,547, 3% loss. Georgia Regulars, no losses. Butler's Battery, no losses. 1% loss for the division. Pemberton, Missouri Fibers had 1 wounded and 1 missing, total of 2. 0% loss for the division, 2 men. Alright, let's see if we got any of their officers. So we had the 2 wounded. Okay, we're finding the Kansas Militia, which has been plussed up here. Iron Brigade and Irish Brigade, we did not fight them. Nobody from the 3rd Corps. We got 0 of their officers this time around. A little surprised by that. I'll get closed out here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Victory at the Battle of Bloomfield, Iowa. 2nd and 3rd Corps Army of Southwest Missouri fleeing in panic. Looks like they blamed this loss on a poor colonel once again. Battle of Bloomfield's end with 2nd and 3rd Corps retreating in panic. Gammas reported suffered total casualties of 4,608 men. There were 667 killed and 713 captured. Our casualties totaled 1,547 men, with 288 killed, 217 missing, and the rest wounded. We captured 1,754 rifles, 43 guns from the field, and sent 698 soldiers off to our prison camps. Now, one of my big fears right now, I'll get this battle rolled off, is they could still run north into Minnesota if they choose to. Which I'm really hoping they do not, because I do not want to have to chase them all the way up there. That really took down our readiness. We're immediately going to chase them. We're not hanging around. This is our state, so the low readiness does not stop us because we control the major cities for the state, even though it's not flipped to our control. Like I said, I'm worried about them running up here because they do control St. Paul still and the fort just outside of it until I can get the siege train up there. And like I said, this siege is going to take a little while just because of the amount of men they have in that fortification. So... let's get into the harem real fast where they replace those wounded officers with people I do not want. And they already replaced them. Okay, it looks like they pulled Millen from the 2nd Georgia Cavalry Brigade. That's fine. Would have not actually been my choice, but the replacement's already been done. William Slack. Where are you from? You're from Missouri. You are not taking that command. All right, Brigadier General Toombs. Looks like you're up. don't want to send you out here to the middle of nowhere. Yeah, we're going to leave the Indian Army in Davenport for now. So when I'm running around. And there was another corps over here that did not fight. So we know they're all consolidating up here at Des Moines, so it looks like we're probably just going to end up chasing them out if we can catch them quickly enough and they don't get their morale up. Alright, but I do believe we're going to end this episode here. One's gone on long enough. It's taking me a lot longer to shoot this episode than it usually does. So it's probably going to be getting out a little late on Monday instead of on time. So once again, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember that bell icon so the next video comes out. Follow along with the series and enjoying it. Don't forget to bayonet that like button, butt stroke that comment section. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.